Okay, now we're going to take our information about long division and translate it into what synthetic division is. The word synthetic actually implies that we're going to simulate the long division process, but we're going to make it more efficient when the divisor is linear. So for example, this divisor is x plus 3. That is a linear equation. I have a little example over here of what you would do if you were doing long division, so we can kind of compare the process. If you want to hit pause and then write this down and then come back to it so that we can continue along to show how it relates to a synthetic division problem. Synthetic division kind of looks a little different than a regular division bar. It's an upside down division bar, and there's going to be 2 lines of information in it. Inside, same as the inside of this division bar, is the dividend. The only difference is we're going to simplify it by removing all of the variables. So you're going to take all of these coefficients and put them outside by themselves. So the -2, 0 because there's a placeholder because we have 0x cubed, 18, -6, and 2. All of those go inside our division bar of -2, 0, 18, -6, and 2. Now every single step of our long division problem, we had to keep changing the signs all the way through. We're going to take care of that in the first step. So you're dividing by x plus 3. We're going to eliminate the variable again, and then we're going to change the sign of your divisor. So the number on the outside is -3. Now every time you divide by something that has a 1x, the first number is going to match what your first number of your dividend is. So 1 times what is -2. It's always the same thing that you started with. So that first number in our dividend is going to match our first number in our quotient. So it's going to come straight down and be the first number in our answer line, which is represented on the bottom of our division bar. The next thing you did after you got that -2 was to multiply it by your divisor. So when you multiply the -2 and multiply to the x, well, we've eliminated all the variables in synthetic division. So we're going to do the second step of -2 times the number outside. So this -3 is going to get multiplied by -2 and come up with 6. That's this number in the middle in the work area. The next thing was change the signs and subtract. Well, we've already changed the signs, so we're going to add. 0 plus 6 is 6. And then we're going to keep repeating this process of multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, all the way down the line. So we're going to start with the number on the outside. It's going to multiply by the number we just got and put the answer in that work area. So -3 times 6 is 18. -18, and then you add and you get 0. I go again, -3 times 0 is 0, add and get -6, and then -3 times -6 is 18, and you add and you get 20. Now if you look at the original problem in long division, that last number will always represent the remainder. So that's what's going to be the fractional piece left over our divisor of x plus 3. You can put plus and minus signs all the way throughout, and work it on back up through and put all your variables back in. So the -6 was the constant on the end. If you want, you can put 0x or just leave it blank. There are no x's. And then you have 6x squares. And up to the first one in the list would be a -2x cubed. And that's it for synthetic division.